Today my fiance Ross and I are going to walk the entirety of Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn. It extends about 10 miles through a lot of Brooklyn. It starts at the Manhattan Bridge and goes all the way into South Brooklyn, almost to Rockaway Beach, which is in Queens. Several months ago we did the walk from the top of Broadway in Manhattan all the way to the bottom, which is about 13.5 miles, and that was a lot of fun and it made for a really fun video. So I wanted to do some sort of Brooklyn version. So a quick rundown of what we're taking with us. We are taking this smallish backpack. It's not super big, not heavy. Hydro flask full of water. I'm taking a hat because it is currently about 50 degrees outside. It's gonna hit 55, and I'm probably not gonna need a hat because of the temperature, but I have really sensitive ears, and if the wind blows, I'll get an earache and then a headache, and then it's just not a good time. So taking this just to be safe. We're taking a few snacks. I got a Cliff Bar and a little bag of pecans that I got in a Wendy's salad like 3 weeks ago. And Ross is taking this Chex Mix. Then we also have some filming stuff. We've got a portable charger and some microphones, a little tripod thing. And that's about it, because we don't want to carry too much. So here's what I'm wearing. Like I said, it's 50, 55-ish degrees out, so I'm wearing leggings, got my sneaks, of course, and then this just thin long sleeve black shirt with this light fuzzy jacket. I feel like this gives a lot of options because if I get cold, I can zip this up, I can wear it unzipped, I can take it off, I can pull the sleeves up on the top, like a lot of options. Here's what Ross is wearing. It's the same thing he usually wears, pretty much. I almost forgot my sunglasses, which would have been completely tragic because it is bright out there today, but we are officially ready to go. We decided to start from the bottom of Flatbush and walk up since we live near the top, and we figured future us would thank us for not having to commute an hour at the end of the day. We took the 2 train to the last stop on the line at Brooklyn College and then rode the Q35 bus the rest of the way.
Okay, so here we are. There's obviously not a whole lot going on right here. There's a car dealership. It is essentially an empty highway with a lot of wind. It is a little loud. I'm sorry if this is too loud. Okay, in full transparency, Flatbush does go a little more that way, but it's just a golf course with like a highway going through it. So we're gonna start here. I promise this is basically the end. Like there is no point in walking any further that way. So let's get started heading back toward home. Okay, so we have already hit our first roadblock, not very far in at all. Our first bathroom stop was supposed to be the King's Plaza Mall here, but today is Easter and the entire mall is closed, so we can't go to the bathroom here. Happy belated Easter at the time you're watching this, by the way. We are filming this on Easter Sunday and didn't really think about this being a problem. I didn't realize that an entire mall would be closed, and I do have to go to the bathroom kind of, but it's okay. There is a Target in about 2 miles. So as long as we can make it 2 miles first, we'll be okay. How's your bladder hanging in there?
I could go to the bathroom.
If you watched my Broadway walk video, you will have seen how important it is to have scheduled bathroom stops when you're doing these long walks, because it can be really hard to find public restrooms in New York. Also, it is crazy windy down here. It was not this windy when we left. This guy back here just waved, but I didn't have the camera pointed at him. It was facing me, so just so you know, he waved. We're gonna try this gas station here for a bathroom, but city gas stations are not great for having bathrooms, so I'm not super optimistic. It was a no-go. McDonald's had a bathroom. I'm gonna always count on McDonald's. So this ice cream truck just keeps playing its song right in front of all these houses. That would be absolutely infuriating. There it goes again.
So the rest of the footage in this video is completely consecutive, but I just had to compile all of this footage together to make a point of how many of these odd furniture stores with mirrored decorative pieces on display there were in the area from the bottom of Flatbush all the way up to Brooklyn College. Can anyone tell me what this is about? Why are they all concentrated in this one area, and who is buying this stuff?
So we just hit Flatbush and East 35th Street, and it's starting to kind of seem more like the city again. When you're really far out in Brooklyn like we were, that whole area kind of, okay, you know how Diker Heights, right? It looks like a cute little suburb with a bunch of houses. That area we were in kind of looked like a random exit off the interstate. You know, like suburban looking Starbucks and McDonald's and the Baskin Robbins Dunkin' combos that are just like larger than they are closer to Manhattan and like have bathrooms and stuff, you know? So starting to look a little more city-like. So we've made it back to the area where we got off the train and transferred to the bus around the Brooklyn College area, where there is a mall and a Target, which was supposed to be our second bathroom stop. But we're making a risky decision right now to skip this bathroom stop. We think we can make it to our next one, which is another Target just below Prospect Park. So I think we can do it. Okay, so I know what I said just a little while ago about how it started looking more like the city again, but I spoke too soon, because the second we hit that last two stop, the Flatbush Avenue Brooklyn College stop, it got so much more exciting and interesting, and so much more stuff started popping up, which makes a ton of sense. I guess that's why they ended the train there. And my Fitbit just buzzed for 10,000 steps here at, where are we? Flatbush and Glenwood Road. Also, I probably walked about 2,000 steps before we even started, maybe roughly, but it's still a moment.
The historic King's Theater was designed by the renowned architectural firm Rapp & Rapper and originally opened in 1929. It's just as beautiful on the inside as the exterior is, but unfortunately we weren't able to go in on this day, but I do have a couple of photos from a time I went to an event here that I can include. They host all sorts of events here, from music to comedy to fashion, and even the MasterChef Junior live tour that I went to last year. Also, I wish I would have known about this Ed Sheeran concert before it sold out. So this is probably a super fancy, high-profile government building of some sort, right? No, wrong. This is a high school. Have you ever seen a high school look this fancy? Because I sure haven't. We stopped for lunch at How Hum Mexican Kitchen at the corner of Flatbush and Winthrop in the neighborhood of Flatbush, and it was honestly one of the best Mexican meals I have had in New York City.
that is absolutely life-giving at this moment, but I'm pretty sure it would also be fantastic even if I weren't starving.
Got the birria burrito. Oh, that's really tasty.
Ooh, it's like leaking delicious juices. I could cry. That might be the best thing I've ever tasted. This is really, really good. So we just left the restaurant, and that meal was honestly life-giving. It was so good. I've had birria tacos, but I've never had a birria quesadilla, and that is just the move. However, I had a bit of an embarrassing moment as we were leaving. We went to the bathroom, which, by the way, is only our second bathroom stop of the day, and I think will actually probably be our final bathroom stop of the day. The Target that we'd planned on going in, not the one that we were at when I said we were skipping the bathroom, but the next one, was closed for Easter, which, like, I'm really surprised by how much stuff has been closed for Easter, because I feel like that's not as much of a thing in the part of Brooklyn that we're in. Things don't really close for holidays too much. Anyway, the embarrassing story, I'm getting on a tangent. I went to the bathroom and I'm doing my business, and then someone opens the door. Like, I locked it. It just wasn't a very secure lock, and someone pulled on the door really hard and it opened. And they didn't see me or anything. I shouted, but it's embarrassing when that happens. I say that like I do that all the time. I don't do that all the time, but it has happened a couple times in my lifetime. So we have just under 3 miles left, and I'm feeling fine. I think I was just like over prepared for this, both on the bathroom situation. Like, I planned too many bathroom stops because I under prepared for the Broadway walk. And then I also underestimated how difficult the Broadway walk was going to feel. But this, I mean, I feel like being 3.5 miles shorter makes a really big difference.
I have some good news and some bad news. So the bad news is that the lav mic has died, and I forgot to bring the cable to charge it on our portable charger. The good news is that I have another mic on me, and it's not going to sound quite as clear outdoors with a bunch of background noise, but it's better than my phone mic, so that's good too. But the other good news is that we've made it to the part of Flatbush that goes directly through Prospect Park. I've been excited for this part the entire time. I love Prospect Park. I wish that we could go deeper into Prospect Park, but we don't want to deviate from our route, so we're not going to. Oh my god, that's a seal! I don't know if they can see the seal. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I can't tell if they can see it or not, but very cool. This is the Prospect Park Zoo, and we found a seal. So off camera, Ross just said something about why I'm not feeling as tired on this walk as I was on the Broadway walk. Fill him in.
Probably because this has been a really flat walk, whereas the Broadway walk had a bunch of hills.
Yeah, we planned the Broadway walk so that we would do the hilly part first, which maybe that wasn't a good idea. I don't know though, we wouldn't have wanted to do it at the end either, so. But this has been really flat, you're right. So I wanted to show you guys something super unique. Have you ever seen these pay toilet? I pointed at a lady. Have you ever seen these pay toilets behind me? It's a bathroom and you have to pay a quarter to go in. I've really got to stop talking about bathrooms so much in these videos.
It's important.
It is, it's very important. We made it to Grand Army Plaza, which is the extremely fancy northernmost entrance to Prospect Park, as well as a chaotic traffic circle. This area was the battleground of the Battle of Long Island, which was the first major battle of the American Revolutionary War to take place after the signing of the Declaration of Independence. This structure here is the Soldier and Sailor's Arch, which was built between 1889 and 1892 and is dedicated to the Defenders of the Union 1861 to 1865. Next to Grand Army here, we have the main branch of the Brooklyn Public Library. It's enormous and gorgeous and offers so many free resources to Brooklyn residents. If you live in New York City, please take advantage of and support your local library. Brooklyn's is the 16th largest public library system in the United States by holding and the 7th by number of visitors.
Alexander J.C. Skeen, physician, author, president, dean, and gynecologist of the Long Island College Hospital.
Here at Flatbush and Atlantic Avenue, we have the Barclays Center, which is the home to the Brooklyn Nets. It also hosts other sporting events as well as concerts, conventions, and other entertainment. The Brooklyn Academy of Music is a multi-arts center that presents world-renowned programming in all disciplines. I cover BAM in detail in my guide to Fort Greene, so check that out if you want to learn more. No, your eyes do not deceive you. This is in fact a pair of burning tighty-whities on the ground. So right back there, what I just showed you is where Flatbush Avenue becomes Flatbush Avenue Extension. So we have now technically walked the whole thing, but don't worry, since I know you were. We're gonna finish the extension too.
That was fun.
So back here behind us is where it turns into the Manhattan Bridge, and we can't go any further, so we did it.
Woo!
All right, we made it. We are back home. It took us about 5 hours exactly. And, you know, keep in mind that is walking slowly and taking video and stopping to eat. So it could be done more quickly, or you could also take more time doing it if you wanted to go in more places and shops and see more things. So according to my Fitbit today, I have walked 24,130 steps and 9.44 miles. I put this on right before I left the house this morning, so it's not counting any of my puttering around the house this morning, but it is counting the walk to the train in the beginning, which I would estimate to be probably like 2,000 steps. Anyway, that was a ton of fun. I'm feeling pretty good. I don't feel too worn out. So let me know in the comments if there are any walks around the city that you would like to see me do next. I think I'm gonna start trying to come up with some different routes. I really like doing this. It's a lot of fun. Thanks so much for watching. Give the video a like for me and go watch my Broadway walk if you haven't yet. And I'll see you in the next one.